Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Danish Irsyad bin Azali, and my matric card number is DBA201021. So I want talk about background of the business. So the personal details: Datuk Razali bin Jantan is 52 years old and was born on 17 January 1970 at Batu Pahat Hospital Besar, Johor. In addition to Malay, Mr. Razali has mix of Indonesia blood because Mr. Razali grandparents married mix. Encik Razali start his primary schooling at Sekolah Kebangsaan Seri Badan. After that, his school at Sekolah Menengah Rendah Jalan Batu Pahat, Klong, Johor at the secondary level, and followed by excellent result in the lower secondary assessment examination. He continued his studies at Secondary Teknik Melaka in 1996 before undergoing a matriculation course of the National University of Malaya, UKM. Encik Razali spent 4 years at UKM, majoring in business management and accounting. Mr. Razali's father was named Jantan bin Siman, but he died when Mr. Razali was 46 years old because he had old pain. Before his death, he had worked as a rubber taper, palm gardening and barber in Kampung Bunagong, Batu Pahat, Johor. So Mr. Razali mother's name is Ingah bin Mahmud. He is from Kampung Parit Raja and works as a palm oil tree in his own land. She is a fourth child of 5 siblings. Mr. Razali has a sister, a younger brother, and 2 sisters. Mr. Razali is the second of 5 siblings. The first name Roslina binti Jatan, age 54 years old, and the second is Mr. Razali, and the third Junaidah binti Jantan, age 47, and the fourth Jaafar bin Jantan, age 45, and the youngest sister Mr. Razali named Nazilah binti Jantan, age 38 years old. They all same school at Sekolah Kebangsaan Seri Badan. In 1996, Mr. Razali married his partner. His partner named Shahrita binti Hamzah, who was 19 years old at the time, while Mr. Razali was 26 years old. With the result of the marriage, Mr. Razali got a 5 graph, of which 4 boys and 1 girl. Mr. Razali's wife worked as a businesswoman whose wife is in charge of Mr. Razali's second company, ASR Corporate Advisory Sedia Berhad. Mr. Razali's hobbies was playing field football, and having played football representing Johor Darul Takzim JDT in 1985, and playing tennis with my friends on weekend. If there is free time, he often plays futsal in the futsal courts near the house. With sport, Mr. Azray said he can be healthy and fill his free time by doing beneficial things. At the same time, he was fond of the reading books. Among the reading materials that Mr. Razali chose were investment books, motivation, and books on business. He enjoyed reading because he get a certification when he reads. In addition, he loved to surf the internet and did to collect information about his professional career that may be successful in the future. Mr. Razali would like to know more about a career before entering it, so that he will be able to make decisions according to his interests. Mr. Razali is an ambitious person who wants to be an erudite person, so that he will be able to achieve success in life and teach it to others. Finally, Mr. Razali's ambition is to build a large empire that's want to help people who can work. Because of Mr. Razali's deadline, when we help others, in fact, we are helping ourselves. Believe me, God will repay your goodness with a more beautiful one. Alright, the part 2 is business history and product business. So Solution Zone Sdn Bhd was established in 2000. The main activity of the company is to design, manufacture, supply and install signage for construction project, including buildings and roads. The company is also involved a consultant for signage work. Since its inception to date, the company operate at No 44 Jalan PBTS 14/3 Taman Pedestrian Bukit Sedang at Seri Kembangan, Selangor, Darul Ihsan. In the early stage of the establishment, the company had only 4 staff, and the number grew over time according to work requirements. Now the company has an ideal number of employees who fill a position in each department. The company also has sufficient machinery equipment to enable the work to be done properly and can be complete within the stipulate time. So the company expertise, capability, commitment and determination have been recognised by Perbadanan Putrajaya and Putrajaya Holdings Sdn Bhd as one of the panel of companies allowed to design, manufacture and install signage in building and roads in Putrajaya. Among the buildings Perbadanan Putrajaya, Putrajaya Holdings Sdn Bhd, Alamanda, Pasal F, MACC, SPRM, Putrajaya Islamic Complex, Sultan Mizan Mosque, Ministry of Finance, Zenith Hotel, Every Hotel and road signs in the vicinity of Putrajaya Township. In addition, the company was also appointed for signage work for IKEA, NU Central, JKR Headquarters, Bank Negara, Bank Rakyat, Maxis, Unita, PNB and many more lah. So the mission is, our aim is to deliver the best solution for our customer and potential customer sign and graphic needs. We believe our knowledge and expertise means that we are in the unique position of being able to provide the best possible service and product throughout the Malaysia. We also to provide high quality signage solution to our customer and client, and to be profitable in the process. Our aim is to design, manufacture and deliver signage that will meet the unique requirement of each customer and amaze them. So the vision, our goal for design is to be the leading, most profitable and most respected sign maker in the Malaysia. Vision to be the first point of contact when a customer are looking at their own customer facing signage and branding. To be the market leader in signage solution, to have a network of franchise that perform to their chosen goals and obtain the rewards of a successful business partnership. To have staff that are valued and trained to perform to best of their ability and reward for the endeavors they put into the business and their local community. Working together to create signboard, people want to see the way. Alright, thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Bassam bin Aiman DBA201024, and today I will be presenting about the process of the business. So what is the process Mr. Razali had to go through to start the business? Mr. Razali started as an accountant and a strategist for Solution Zone Sdn Bhd. Then, in the year 2013, the owner of the company decided to sell the company because he wanted to migrate to another country and settle down with his family. Mr. Razali was the person responsible for searching buyers for this company. At the same time, he had an intention of buying this company as well, because he saw the high potential of the company and he is interested in the designing and technical aspect of the company. Mr. Razali then proposed to the owner of Solutions of Sdn Bhd to buy the company for an estimated value of RM 3 million ringgit. The shareholder of this company is two people, which is Mr. Razali and his partner. At this time, there are 16 workers that consist of from the management department, design department, technical department, production department, and installer department. Sometimes Mr. Razali had to take part-time workers to complete some of big projects to ensure they are completed within the given time. So, what are the loans that Mr. Razali took? There are three loans that Mr. Razali or his company took. The first loan that he took was personal loan. When he was taking over the company, he needed a large amount of capital to maintain the company. So he borrowed money from his friends, siblings, and when his projects are finished, he paid them back fully. The second loan that he made was a loan from Perbadanan Usahawan Nasional Berhad. His company was granted to receive a loan for about 2 million ringgit at the end of 2014, and this matter relieved his company for a while. PUNB loans are a bit special as they are given only to Malaysian entrepreneurs with a rate of profit that is reasonable. It is also very flexible on the payback period, meaning that you can pay the loan back whenever you are comfortable paying. This loan also doesn't need a guarantor, except that you need to do a sinking fund to the bank. The last loan are from suppliers, which are short-term loans.
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I want to present about the process of the business. My name is Emirul Muhammad by Raden. First, I will present about the advantages and disadvantages Mr. Razali had to go through. First advantage. Increase employee motivation to become more disciplined and productive. Second, the value of wisdom in guiding and directing a business when it faces adversity. Third, you may improve your relationship with your co-workers by using appropriate language. Next, we go through to the disadvantage. First, staff errors in doing work. Thus, we must monitor and assist in ensuring the job is good. Otherwise, the firm will suffer the expense of the loss. Second, the economic position as a result of PKP, it has cut nearly 70% of sales, making it impossible to keep the firm running. Third, competitors take use of the opportunity to compete. Lastly, waste and government take precedence over glancing at billboards. So that's for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. My name is Aqil Faizal. My manufacturer nama DBA201017. Today I want to explain about long-term planning means involving the business operation. Goals that take time to reach and require more steps ahead. It usually takes up a year minimum or two to complete. As we know, all around the world have been sudden hit by the pandemic COVID-19 out of nowhere. Most businesses must have their contingency plan in the future when the pandemic comes to an end. Certain business don't and they want bankrupt. However, we have interviewed this person, Mr. Razali, who owned the company, Solution Zone Sdn Bhd, and is specialized in finance. One of our team have asked the question about the employment. After the pandemic end, most businesses they have to firing their employee to reduce their budget. But it is different for the Mr. Razali because he has a strategy for the company to rebuild. One of the strategy that Mr. Razali mentioned is aggressive marketing and cooperate with the few architects. Without the aggressive marketing, the company will not be getting any clients soon. But they also do not know if there is a customer who needs the service, and there is the element of surprise and risk that Mr. Razali and team must go through this strategy and with the positive development and all his employees still loyal to the company despite all the natural disaster happening. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Azray Zarym. and I will be explaining about the challenges faced by the entrepreneur. There are two types of challenges that Mr. Razali stated, which is interior and exterior challenges. The interior challenge that Mr. Razali faced is mistakes that has been done by his employee need to be taken seriously, because without noticing it, these small things could affect the business image. This challenge may be look simple, but yet the impact is very big. Besides that, the interior challenge is ourselves based on Mr. Razali. This is because we need to decide, are we brave enough to push ourselves further outside our comfort zone? Next, the exterior challenges, economic situation caused by PKP. Because of the pandemic, Mr. Razali has lost about 70% of its sales. So it is very difficult to maintain the company in a situation like this. Other than that, competitors, when the economic state is unstable, our competitors will be more stronger, which means every of them will reduce their price so they could approach any project. One new challenge is technology. This is all because nowadays everything is in the tip of our fingers, because people are using Waze or Google Map rather than using signboard. So it is very challenging for Mr. Razali, but it is not impossible for Mr. Razali to strive for his company's goals. Next, corporate social responsibilities. Mr. Razali stated that his company had been helping during the flood at some of the affected areas, and Mr. Razali and his team also gave donation during Ramadan, but they did not showcase it to the public.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Ikmal The conclusion is, the advice for the entrepreneur is it depends on the situation at the time. For example, if we want to venture into business, we have to look at the type of business, what we can develop from there. Entrepreneurs have to be creative and follow the current situation and dare to try. The existing core business needs to be developed. Before Datuk Razali took over this company, the company only does part of the work. After Datuk Razali took over, the company fully control all the works. Datuk Razali appoint welders, designers, and related workers to complete the work. The first two are internal challenge, mistake from the staff in doing the work. So we have to someone monitor to make sure the work is going well. Sometimes this challenge damage the business without realizing it, so we have to take care. This challenge seems simple, but the impact is big. Second is the economic situation due to PKP. It has reduced approximately 70% of sale, so it is difficult to maintain the company. In addition, competitors, when there is an unstable economic situation, the competition is stronger. Everyone wants to lower the price, approve the project.
So the last part for our presentation is recommendation. So the first recommendation is, as a beginner in the world of business, we must first understand the concept and plan our strategies before proceeding it. It will reduce mistakes and costs. Other than that, you have to know the competitors in your market so that it will be easy for you to adapt to the change of market. Other thing that you can do is apply for business insurance. In future, it will give a lot of benefit. Nowadays, almost everybody depends on technology. That's why it makes a useful platform to promote your product and widen your market. Lastly, always expect there is always a risk in doing something. Like there is a saying goes like, expect disappointment and you won't get disappointed.